If something happened at your front door tonight, the video might not be the most important evidence. The camera records the image, but the system around it may record the timeline, a motion event, a network connection, a cloud sync, a phone alert, a login, a lock state, a device going offline, then coming back online. Those signals are easy to ignore because they do not look like evidence. They look like background noise. But in a connected home, the background noise may be the part that explains what actually happened. A smart home is not one device. It is a small network of sensors, apps, accounts, routers, phones, and cloud services. A doorbell may detect motion, a smart lock may record a state change, a phone may receive a notification, a router may show whether a device was connected, a cloud account may show when a file synced or when live view was opened. Individually, each record is limited. Together, they can start to look like a black box for the house. But that does not mean the house automatically tells the truth. It means the house may preserve pieces of time. The obvious evidence is the clip. A camera clip is powerful because people can see it, but a clip by itself has limits. It may not tell you whether the device clock was correct. It may not tell you when the file uploaded. It may not tell you who accessed the account. It may not explain whether the camera was online before or after the event, and it may not reveal what happened outside the frame. That is why the timeline around the clip matters. The first layer is the device event. A doorbell may log motion, a camera may record when live view started, a smart lock may record whether it was locked or unlocked, a sensor may record movement. These events are not automatic proof of what happened. They are markers. They say, something changed here at this time, according to this system. A useful investigation does not treat one marker as the whole story. It asks whether other markers line up. The second layer is the network. A home router or network system may show when a device was connected, when it dropped offline, or when it communicated with outside services. The details vary a lot by device and by router, so this cannot be assumed. But when network records exist, they can answer an important question. Did the camera have a path to the cloud when the event happened? That matters because timing can mislead. A camera might detect motion at one moment, upload later, send a notification later still, and show a cloud timestamp that does not mean exactly what a viewer thinks it means. If the router shows the device was offline, that changes the interpretation. If the device reconnects later, that changes it again. If a phone receives a notification seconds after a motion event, that may help build the sequence. The key is comparison. The third layer is cloud and account activity. This may be where some of the most important questions live. When did the file sync? Was live view opened? Was the clip downloaded or deleted? Was the account accessed from a known phone, a shared user, a browser, or a new device? Was there a password reset? Was there a two-factor prompt? Did account access happen near the same time as the event? Public privacy and security cases around smart cameras have shown why access controls matter. In 2023, the Federal Trade Commission announced a Ring settlement involving allegations about employee access to customer video and failures to stop account takeovers. In 2024, Ring ended its Neighbors Request for Assistance tool that had let police and fire departments publicly request footage through the app. Those examples do not mean every platform works the same way, and they do not mean every record will exist in every case. They mean the access path around camera footage is part of the evidence story. Now imagine a simple porch incident. Something disappears from the front step. The clip shows movement near the door, but the stronger question is, what else happened around that moment? At 7:41 p.m., a phone receives a motion alert. At 7:42, the doorbell records an event. At 7:43, the router shows the camera was connected. At 7:44, the cloud record shows the file finished syncing. At 7:46, live view is opened from the account. At 7:50, the smart lock still shows closed. None of those records alone explains everything, but together they create context. The doorbell gives the image, the router gives connectivity, the cloud gives sync timing, the account gives access activity, the phone gives notification delivery, the lock gives a separate state check. That is how a connected home can become a timeline machine. But digital evidence can mislead if it is treated as perfect. Clocks can drift, time zones can be confusing, cloud sync can be delayed, motion detection can trigger on shadows, animals, headlights, or weather. Devices can go offline, accounts can be shared, logs can be incomplete, a video can be missing because it never recorded, because it failed to upload, because it expired, or because access controls changed what is available. A timestamp only matters if you know what clock created it. That is why investigators and analysts care about preservation, comparison, and corroboration. Preserve the original records when possible. Document the device, account, owner, and time zone. Compare independent sources. Check whether the same sequence appears in more than one system. Separate what the record actually shows from what someone wants it to prove. The strongest use of smart home evidence is not grabbing one clip and calling it certainty. It is building a careful timeline from independent pieces: video, device event, router or network state, cloud record, account access, phone alert, smart lock state. When those pieces agree, the timeline gets stronger. When they disagree, the disagreement may be the most important clue. A smart home does not automatically tell the truth. It can be incomplete, delayed, misconfigured, or misunderstood, but it can leave behind fragments of time that older homes never produced. The camera may capture the image. The system may explain the timeline. In a connected home, the witness is not just the camera, it is the entire system.